Grow a Garden just silently nerfed like every good pet in the game, and it's actually insane. I'm not talking about little stat changes. I mean, pets that were worth billions are now worse than the free ones you get on day one. Your Mochi Mouse that used to give 2 to 4 XP every second, it's doing less than 1 XP now. Or how about the Mimic Octopus that people were flexing all week with low cooldowns? Now they're absolutely cooked, useless, just straight up trash. And the worst part about it is nobody said anything at all. No post, no changelog, or no warning from the devs. People literally just logged on and found out their entire inventory got smoked. And on Discord, absolute meltdown mode. People were boycotting this game and even rage quitting. Some were even saying that the player count is dropping because of this nerf. And if I'm being honest, they're not completely wrong. This might be the wildest L Grow a Garden's ever taken, and it's way deeper than just some pet nerfs. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to those who entered our Rainbow Dilophosaurus giveaway. I read through all your comments and we got a winner. Congratulations on winning this majestic beast. Like I said, I'm gonna keep doing giveaways until we hit 100k, and this time I'm giving away a giant mimic octopus. Guys, entering is so easy. All you have to do is like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment with your Roblox username and favorite pet. Don't worry, I checked to see if you did all three, because if you get picked and you don't, I'll just move on to the next person. Let's start with the Mochi Mouse. Y'all know the one I literally told everyone to stack up on? People made entire videos on this pet because it was one of the best XP grinders in the entire game. This specific Mochi Mouse that I have here was giving me at least 4 XP per second, and when I logged on, it was down to 1.26. I was telling everyone to grab one back then because they were insane, but now, it's barely giving 1 XP per second. Bro, that's legit worse than some of the free pets that you get on day one. And now people on Discord are posting screenshots of their rainbow mochis that used to give like 4 XP per second. Now they're basically all paperweights. And the crazy part is, that's only one pet I'm talking about. Somebody leaked a full list of what got nerfed, and it's bad. Like 30% of pets in the entire game. I'm talking pets like the Mimic Octopus, the Disco Bee, the Fennec Fox, and even the Raccoon. All of them got hit. And guys, these aren't just some little nerfs either. Some insane pets like the 15 cooldown mimics now have 1 minute cooldowns. That's a massive L because for pets like those, people actually spent real money trying to get them. But it gets even worse than that. Here's the part that got people absolutely heated. If the devs had just said something ahead of time, like, hey, we're nerfing some pets for balance, people would have been mad, sure, but they would at least understand. That's normal. Every game does that. But nah, the devs did not say a single word. No update post, no changelog, nothing. Just pure silence. People were logging in like, hold up, why is my pet suddenly so trash? Some of y'all traded your whole entire inventory for a rare pet the day before. Then you just found out it got nerfed by accident? That's crazy work. And bro, these pets are worth billions, sometimes even trillions or quadrillions. Not cheap at all. The pets that got nerfed are the pets that people take weeks to trade up for or grind. Now just imagine getting one of them and you're hyped. Then overnight is just absolutely cooked. No warning at all, nothing. It's literally buying a sports car and waking up to find out they swapped the engine for a lawnmower. If y'all thought that was bad, something even weirder happened that made the whole situation 10 times more confusing. Before anything else, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, MitchCactus. If you're tired of wasting time chasing pets that might just get ruined in the next update, there's actually a way to skip all of that. You can legit snag some of the rarest pets in trillions of shekels instantly from the boys over at MitchCactus. I'm talking about pets like the Kitsune, the Dragonfly, the Raccoon, and all the other crazy stuff. Their delivery time is absolutely insane, and they've been the go-to for Grow a Garden services for a hot minute now. And let me tell you this, it's all completely safe because they have over 19,000 verified Trustpilot reviews. The boys over at MitchCactus gave me my own code GIRAFFE for 5% off any purchase. You guys better use it while it still lasts. The link will be in the description. Alright, so after people went ballistic over the stealth nerfs, the devs finally dropped an announcement. On Discord they said, hey, we reverted these passive cooldown changes. Everything's back to normal, according to one of the main devs. They basically told everyone that it was all good now. And for a second, it looked like it was over. Crisis averted. We can all move on, right? Except nah. Some people started testing their pets again and noticed that some of them were still nerfed. Like some of them got fixed, but the others still running on the same trash cooldowns from the update. So now it's straight up confusing. There's no clear list of what actually got fixed and what didn't. It's like they flipped half the switches back on and called it a day. And honestly, that's when I started feeling like I was losing my mind. The devs are out here saying it's all fixed, while players are still finding broken pets in real time. Like, bruh. So what's the truth? Did they forget to fix them? Or are they hoping somebody notices the pets that slip through? This is the kind of thing that breaks trust with the community. Because now every time a pet feels off, you're gonna second guess it. Did it get nerfed again? Or is this just a bug? Are we even gonna be told next time? That's not even the worst part too. Because there's one thing that nobody's really talking about yet. But once you see it, it changes absolutely everything. Here's the thing, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these nerfs probably needed to happen. When the best pets in the game have super short cooldowns, it kinda gets busted. This game definitely needed a bit of rebalancing. But doing it in secret, that's just absolutely dumb. Like, there's gonna be drama either way. So why make it worse by being sneaky about it? If they had just posted a changelog like, hey, we're adjusting these pets to make things more balanced, people would have been upset, yes, but at least they'd know what was happening. Instead, we got this situation where nobody can even tell what's intentional and what's bugged. And the real problem is that when devs aren't transparent, it messes with how people play the game. Like, imagine you just traded your whole inventory yesterday for one pet, and then today you find out it got nerfed with zero warning. That's crazy work. If people knew changes were coming, maybe they would have held off. Maybe they would have saved their shekels. But now it's just absolutely random. You're gambling with your time and your progress, and you don't even know that those pets got nerfed. And honestly, stuff like this is what kills games. Not the nerfs themselves, but the silence, all the confusion, and the feeling like you can't trust the people running this game. Guys, really think about it, bro. If you're grinding for a specific pet right now, how do you know it won't get nerfed next week without any warning at all? If you're planning your entire strategy around a single pet, how do you ever know the devs won't just change everything overnight? This is especially bad for a game like Grow a Garden, where getting good pets take forever and cost so much. People put real time and effort into getting these things, and some people probably spend weeks trying to hatch eggs and just trading up just to get their dream pet. And bro, look, I'm not trying to attack the devs here. Managing a game this big with this many types of players is super hard. I can't imagine trying to balance everything while keeping everyone happy. But being truthful and transparent isn't hard at all though. Making a changelog when you change important stuff is not hard. Even giving people a heads up about major nerfs is not a hard thing to do. The community isn't being unreasonable. Yeah, people complain about nerfs, but they complain way more about secret nerfs. At least if you announce changes, people can give feedback and maybe suggest better solutions. Instead, we got this whole drama that could have been avoided with just a simple announcement. But wait, there's actually a way bigger problem here. What makes this whole thing kind of scary is it's not just about strats anymore. It's about trust. When players stop trusting the devs, they stop caring. Like, why would you keep grinding for the best pets if they might get secretly nerfed tomorrow? What's even the point? And I've already seen people saying the player count dropped after this whole thing happened. I don't know if that's 100% true, but honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. When stuff starts feeling random and sketchy, people just dip. They'll go play something else. Not gonna lie, that kinda sucks, because Grow a Garden was doing really well. We had the method error announcement, the beanstalk update, and these new features getting teased. It actually felt like the game was leveling up. But this whole nerf drama, it entirely killed that momentum. That doesn't matter how cool your next update is if people don't trust you to be upfront about the changes. That just ruins the entire vibe. And the worst part, it was so easy to avoid. Just talk to us. Post the changelog. Give a heads up before dropping massive updates. That's literally all people want. But beyond that, there's also a bigger conversation we all need to have. It's about how nerfs should be handled in games like this. What bothers me about this entire situation is that it did not have to happen this way, bro. The Grow a Garden devs have been actually pretty good about talking to players recently. The method error announcement Jandel said in the Beanstalk previews in my last videos, they asked for community feedback, and that's all that we could ask for. They've been doing a lot of things right, but then they pull something like this and it ruins all the progress like I mentioned earlier. It makes people wonder if all that communication was just for show, or if devs actually care about being honest. And I know managing a community like this is hard. People complain about everything. Buff something, nerf this. People say it's overpowered. There's not a single way to make everybody happy. But that's exactly why communication is so important. When new people understand why changes are being made, they're way more likely to accept them even if they don't love them. The Grow a Garden community isn't unreasonable. Most people understand that balanced changes are necessary. They just want to know what's happening and why, but here's what really needs to happen now. So where do we go from here? First, the devs need to actually fix all the pets that are still broken. Not just say they fixed them. Actually test them and make sure they're working properly. Second, They need to make a proper changelog explaining exactly what was changed and why. People deserve to know what happened to their pets. Finally, I feel like they have to promise to be more transparent about future changes to the game. Maybe they should set up a system for announcing nerfs ahead of time and getting the community feedback. And the easiest thing they can do? Probably apologize, bro. Not just for the nerfs, but for handling the whole situation poorly. Maybe a simple, "We messed up for the communication on this one. Here's how we'll do better next time." That would definitely go a long way. The good news is, all of that is fixable. The game is still good and the community still cares, thank God. This doesn't have to be a permanent problem for Grow a Garden, but it does need to be handled properly. Because if something like this happens again, the players might not be so forgiving next time. And speaking of you guys, how do you think this was all handled? Do you think those nerfs or stealth nerfs on the pet were even needed? Or did they go way too far? More importantly, how do y'all think the devs should handle things like this in the future? Should they tell people about nerfs ahead of time? Or do you think stealth nerfs are actually good for the game? Also, if you've made it this far in the video, I just wanted to remind you of the giveaway that I'm doing. I'm giving away this insane giant mimic octopus, and all you gotta do to enter is like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment down below with your Roblox username and favorite pet in Grow a Garden. Remember that I checked to see if you did all three, because if you didn't and you win, I just move on to the next person. Anyways, I hope y'all have been enjoying the Beanstalk update. Let me know your favorite feature, and as always, peace.